Hey guys, it's Audie. So I thought of an awesome idea for a video today. I thought I would answer questions about my childhood, but I also want you to either post a video response to your answers or leave a comment down below, and I will post the questions over there for you to see so you can answer them. I just thought it would be a fun survey and something different. So I hope you enjoy. Actually, my parents divorced when I was probably about 5 years old, but I don't consider myself to be part of a broken family because my mom and my dad are still really good friends, and my mom remarried when I was in second grade, and I absolutely love my stepdad, so I never had any issues with him. And my stepdad and my dad actually get along, and I was never told to choose a side. I was never pulled in different directions. So in that situation, I consider myself very lucky. I absolutely loved Polly Pockets. My Talking Family dollhouse was amazing, and I got Kirsten, the All-American Girl doll, although I took her braids out and I ruined her hair, and so I had to take her to a hairstylist, but it was never the same again. But those were my 3 favorite toys. I am a total Cinderella girl at heart, and I absolutely loved Gus Gus in the movie, but my mom always loved Mary Poppins, so that's one of my favorite too. And I love Pocahontas because of Miko. That raccoon was completely amazing. Well, my favorite TV show hands down was The Elephant Show, and I actually saw them in concert, and they were amazing. But I also loved Eureka's Castle, and of course, let's not forget David and the Gnomes. I absolutely loved, which is probably an understatement, The Muppet Babies and Rocko's Modern Life. I absolutely loved reading when I was a kid, and when I was really little, my all-time favorite book was Grover Sleeps Over, but when I was in elementary school, I absolutely loved Harry Potter's Balloon Farm. Oh, and Farmer Boy. It was actually Amy Grant, and I totally fell asleep in my dad's lap. I actually did, and my mom said that when she would spank me, I would laugh, and she would spank me harder, and I would laugh even harder. It was, and it still is, gummy bears. My favorite board game was this Full House game, which was completely amazing, and of course Monopoly, but my favorite card game was and still is Crazy Eights because no one can beat me because I have a secret. And no, it's not cheating. I'm not exactly sure if I had an imaginary friend. I would have to ask my parents, but I did have a rubber pet tarantula named Slurpee, and he absolutely loved orange soda, and I would always put him in my brother's bed, and it would freak him out, which was total payback because my brother would always sit on my head and fart. I hate older brothers. I was very close to my cousins when I was younger, and I still really am. And my one cousin Heather and I, we had water balloon babies, and we drew faces on them. And one of my water balloon babies was Alexandria because I loved that name when I was younger. And let me just say, those water balloon babies totally rocked my socks. My very first childhood best friend was Tracy Leonard, but she moved away when I was really little, so I don't actually remember her, but I just remember seeing pictures of her, and she looked really adorable, can I just say. And then in 3rd grade, my best friend was Tara, and then I moved away in the 5th grade, and my best friend was Deanna. No, not that I can think of. I mean, Tara and Deanna, I'm still friends with them on Facebook and things like that, but we don't actually keep in touch. Marcus and I went to the same elementary school for 2 years, but I didn't know him then, and we weren't really even friends in high school until after school. So honestly, no, I'm not. 2 things. I was terrified that Edward Scissorhand lived underneath my bed and he would come out and chop me up in the middle of the night. I don't care how nice he was, I was still terrified. And also, we had an in-ground pool when I was little, and I was afraid that sharks lived in my pool because when I would swim in my little doggy floaty thingamabobber, my dad would swim and attack my feet. So I was pretty convinced that sharks lived in my pool. Normally, no. That's what my cousin John did. But I remember this one time I woke up in the bathtub. I remember watching All That, awesome show, and I remember my dad telling me to go to bed because I was falling asleep. And that's the last thing I remember. And then the next thing I remember is waking up in the bathtub. Can we say weird? I wanted to be a prima ballerina, but I also wanted to be a race car driver. And let's not forget, I also wanted a balloon farm like Harvey Potter's balloon farm.